Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Tales of Zestiria the Cross, or you could call it Tales of Zestiria the X, Well, either way, either one that works for you. Anyways, this episode's not too bad. Things are still looking pretty nice for the time being. Not to mention about we got to know some of the dark secrets behind the kingdom that Alicia's in. So if anything else, let's just get this started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have to it that Sorey wakes up from a fever that lasted for 3 days and Alicia took care of him. Eventually, she was really happy to see that he is okay, and she gives him some clothing, which is like part of the shepherd. Eventually, after much talk and conversation, we have to it that Sorey, along with the help of Lila and Mikolo, they managed to communicate to Alicia for a bit, but only with Slay having to hold his nose and breath all together. But it kind of got a little funny here and there. But after that, they decide to go to the castle together. But we have to that Alicia has to deal with the castle itself, Of course, the council, on the other hand, which I really hate the most, which they deserve to die, honestly, they say they want to capture the shepherd and keep him under control. And I'm thinking in my mind, how about you go to hell or something, okay? Because he's not your pawn to control. How about I rip you guys apart? That's how I felt about them. But Alicia, on the other hand, thank goodness she's wise about to say you in a way, but not in a manner like dirty language, but saying like, no way, I'm not going to let you put your hands on him. You hear me? And they go like, even if it's the order from the council, she says, even if it's the order of the council, it's not your decision, But eventually we have to it that Slay actually feels a little nauseated, because like if he feels this malevolence or this evil aura or something like that around some kind of area, and they end up finding, and Lila and Miklo find the Helion, a cursed Helion in the ruins, which is a bat-like creature. They manage to defeat it, but eventually only after they find some kind of secret ruins, and with the help of Alicia's dagger or royal object, which is actually connected to the kingdom or ruins possibly, they found the door, fought the Helion bat, and defeated, with much trouble. And we get to know that Lila could actually go into Sorey's body and go out if she wanted to, if she's ever become a burden. But we have to it that they end up entering further and they end up finding corpses or possibly some kind of dungeon. Because of what happened back then, that people are killed off secretly and not made in public, that's why this malevolence or whatever it's called that Lila mentioned is the reason why it's built up. So possibly maybe because of the negative feelings after people died or what happened to them, that's why these things or Helions were created possibly. I think that was actually given in this episode in a certain way if you actually look at it carefully. So eventually as the episode continues, we have to it that they are attacked by some kind of watery substance, and they manage to get out in time thanks to Miklo's freezing spell. But eventually, the moment they get out of the ruins, they realize something's wrong. There's a big old hurricane, and we have to it that Alicia talks to her master about the council wants to remove her from the royal throne, and therefore something was wrong with Alicia realizing something, and she ends up going outside, and it seems like it's the same tornado storm she saw in the prologue or episode back then. And Sorey and Mikolo and Lila gets ready for battle. It seems like that's the issue. And therefore, preview the next episode, it looks like there's some kind of calamity going on. I forgot to mention there's one important detail about calamity. We have to it that Lila tells Sorey you have to travel around the world to figure out what to do with your choices, because you will be facing the master of calamity, which is something very important I almost forgot. Thank goodness I remembered, because this information seems to be important for Mikolo to understand, to face the Lord of Calamity that could cause a big change in the world. He's known to be the creator of the Helions, and the source of malevolence, that kind of thing. So we have to it that's the shepherd's goal pretty much. So, but Lila also warned him that he's not ready to take him on. If you were to take on the calamity now, you'll be engulfed by the malevolence that the Lord Calamity has. So that's why Lila tells him you gotta travel around the world and find your own answer, that kind of thing. And of course, Sorey was of course, Sorey does tell you should travel around the world, learn about it, and make a decision that you won't regret, something like that. So overall, pretty nice episode. Looking forward to the next one. I really hope the adventure starts soon, you know? I know it's a little slow, but I'm glad it is getting a little slow to understand a little bit more info on how these Helions in this Malevolence are connected, you know? That's how important that's the important source of information, how these calamity, malevolence are created, and seeing how humans have regrets and negative feelings. That's how they were created. I think that's what it was said in this episode. So overall, pretty nice episode. Nothing much going on, but a big event is about to get down next episode. But I don't know. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm off with Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye bye. Toodaloo.